Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved. Before we go into department comments, I want to congratulate big time Mr. John Fell, Mr. Cassius Senior, Mr. Raven Howard on their big victories. And Mr. Wilson led his pack, and he's got 2 weeks to go.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. And the mayor, of course, he's just coming out of a meeting. He had a real close one.
Next time he needs to try harder.
I did, Mr. Donner, I did.
There you are. That's congratulations to Mayor Maddox, too.
I appreciate that wonderful. I was sweating bullets.
I know, right? It was tight.
I was scared to death. Monday night, he was out on Skyland Boulevard. I was afraid he was going to get run over out there.
Yeah.
And then, can you get elected if you're dead?
Oh, well, you're in Greene County, maybe.
Thank you, Mr. Donner.
Absolutely. Yes, it was, I know you're all so relieved, and Matthew, I know you'll be very relieved in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. 3 weeks.
2 weeks from
2
today,
weeks
isn't
from
it?
today. Two.
2.
It's
April
April 1st, guys. Get your calendars out.
Isn't that just 2 more weeks?
I thought it was 3 weeks.
Today's 11. Let's go ahead and do math. 11, and 7 is 18, and 7 is 25.
Well, you're right.
And then one more week is April 1st.
Well, they told us it'd be 3 weeks.
Not to be,
Randy lied to us again.
not to be smart, but I'm just.
Not too much on Randy.
It's 3 weeks.
So it's 4 weeks of,
4 weeks.
runoff? Okay, I
I
thought it
think
was,
4. I think we said, we thought it was 6.
it was
Six.
6.
I thought
then
It
it was
it
4.
doesn't matter. Whenever it is, Brandy will have the election. And
But it's April Fool's Day.
And it's my parents' wedding
That
anniversary.
day.
Should you even comment on that?
Oh, mercy. All right. Anyway, April 1st, and absentee balloting is started, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Got our ballots today.
Got your ballots today?
Today.
Okay. All right. Mike, you're up, buddy.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay.
This is a request for a partial street vacation. We're on 16th Street, right across from Central High School, a block south of 15th. And this is a roadway that used to connect all the way across to 12th, I believe, 11th or 12th. And when those apartments were built, around 2012, maybe, if I remember right, they vacated a portion of that street. So it's no longer, it comes to a dead end. They built a hammerhead turnaround for fire protection and whatever. So the ask is on the north side of this right-of-way to vacate a portion of it. It's an 80-foot right-of-way. We've got a 31-foot street, so there's way more right-of-way than we need. The street is never going to go anywhere or need to be widened for any particular purpose. You see the red arrow there. That's the piece that's asking to be vacated.
Who's asking?
Well,
Tosali Properties.
yeah, that's
Tosali Properties.
Tosiali. They own all the property on the north side of the right-of-way.
Is that part of their expansion, Mike?
I haven't seen any plans, but I'm assuming that it's got something to do with that.
Believe they're about to do an expansion.
That's
And
your
build some, they're gonna build a new building and do some stuff right there. That's probably, AJ, Tosiali.
Is this sub-street, is that created like that for
That's
future
what it's
development on that end of the deal?
It was actually created that way for the apartment complex.
Yeah.
Because of the number of lots on the street, we don't allow roadways to just terminate without some type of a form of a turnaround. Most of the time you see the cul-de-sac, which is a circle. This is another option that's available. It's called a hammerhead. And we're actually looking for a way for the fire and rescue vehicles to have the ability to maneuver and turn around and go back out is the main purpose for this.
But they'll still be able to do that.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir. It doesn't affect the hammerhead portion.
How much of the 80-foot right of way would we be relinquishing?
I think it's about 20 feet.
Okay,
Maybe the property taxes go on.
any questions? Any more questions from Mike?
Thank you.
Thank you. Zach,
Afternoon.
afternoon.
All right, we've got two for you tonight. First one is a general plan development. So these are rezonings to GPDs. Formerly, we called them planned unit developments. So with framework, it's now a new, general plan development. So we got to get used to saying that now. But this one's called Branchwater Subdivision. So you've actually seen this previously in 2022. So this is on Technology Drive, Wire Road. The area, here, I'll get you a better. So Technology Drive comes to a cul-de-sac, and in between, so Wire Road, this came to you guys as a planned unit development, 2022. Y'all approved it, and it just expired. Before they went forward with anything related to the general plan development. And so they're just coming back with the exact same request that was previously approved.
Is this Ken Falk?
I believe he is involved. Longleaf Engineering is the group that we've been working with. But yeah, I forgot exactly how many houses it is, but yeah, just single family homes. Nothing's changed. Only access points are off Wire Road. So they're just requesting to go to a general plan development.
But you don't know who's building it?
I don't know the developers, no sir. I just know the engineer.
Local folks?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
If it's Ken Falk,
They
it
might-
is.
Who'd have to
Can
be?
answer or not.
He was initially involved in this. This is Matt Calderon actually came and
Oh,
okay.
yeah, and showed you this. So you can see here, 55 lots. They're gonna have public streets, 1 to 2 story homes, ranging from 1,700 to 3,000 square feet, 3 to 5 bedroom floor plan, cement board siding and brick veneer. And these are kind of some examples of what those might look like. And it was unanimously recommended for approval. Any questions on this one?
Questions for Zach?
All right, next one, we have a rezoning, again, same company, Longleaf Engineering. They're requesting to rezone about 4.8 acres at 1700 23rd. So this is, if you go past Target on your right, past Home Depot, and you even actually pass Kicker Road as you're heading east, you'll take a right, and this is that area. So it's currently vacant today. It's surrounded by Cedar, what is that called? Cedar Knoll? Cross Creek, that's what it is. Cross Creek to the south. Vacant lot today. Actually, I think there's a single family home, but I don't think anyone's living in it. I don't even know if it's still there. But you can see there's actually a turning point off of that right side road. I can't read it from here. But they'll be connecting between the two. So they're requesting to rezone to SFR2, single family residential 2, because they want to develop 10 townhome lots and 20 cottage style single family homes. So this is kind of a new thing, but I'll walk through it. They've got some good renderings here. So 30 residential units total, 20 cottage style homes, 10 townhomes, 60 to 65 total bedrooms. They're going to have a dog park, green space. They're going to have off-street parking as well as some additional parking for guests. The townhome units are going to be 2-bed, 2-bath, or 3-bed, 2.5 bath, and then the cottage style homes, 1-bed, 1-bath, and 3-bed, 2 baths. And then the examples of the finishes and whatnot there. But here's a rendering of what that looks like, what that will look like. So you can see they are actually connecting the road. The little houses on your left side of your screen here, those are the cottage style homes that they're talking about. So they are all of those white topped buildings are all on one lot. But it's a cottage style is what they're calling it. So essentially you park and you kind of access it, and they've got just little areas that are kind of common space in between. So
What are the flat roofed 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings there?
yeah, so those are also part of that cottage style home, and I'll show you examples that they have here of what those elevations look like. But then on, again, your left-hand side here, you see townhome units as well. So that's actually on the south side of the development. And then a dog park area.
Are they using it as a detention pond?
They're not, I don't recall what the detention is for this. Is that part of the dog park area?
Part
you
of the
think?
dog park area?
Yeah.
I didn't think they were giving up that much land.
Yeah, you're probably right on that. Actually, I might show it here, but I'll zoom in just some areas. But this is the front elevation of those townhome units as well as the floor plans. So, and then this is those cottage style kind of ones. This is I think these are the white roof looking ones, and these are those other ones that you were
Back up,
asking about.
Back up.
Yes, sir.
So that's 1 bed, 1 bath, 640 square feet.
Who's developing this?
So again, it's Longleaf Engineering, and the property owner is Clay Smith.
He's probably developing it.
Yeah, I would assume so. He also was involved in the micro park over off Hargrove Road. But yeah, I think he's a local guy. I think he's kind of starting to get his feet wet in the development.
Do we really think a 1 bedroom, 1 bath is going to, I mean, 1 bedroom homes?
It's a different
It would be.
development for
When
sure.
you talk about affordable homes, I guess that would be affordable for certain people, and there'd be a lot of room.
And yeah, I mean, maybe it's for like a graduate student or something like that as well. Because these will also have to be rented out. They can't be sold because they're all on one lot unless they condo each individual home.
There'd be
So
rental?
the condo units or the cottage lots will be rental. Yes, sir.
He was in my office today, but we didn't talk about this. I'm disappointed.
This, to me, glares issues.
Is he coming tonight? Is he coming tonight?
They'll be here tonight. Yes, sir.
Is there any neighborhood opposition to this?
There was not any at planning
This is the
commission.
first I've heard of it, really. And
I'm trying to figure out exactly where it is too, exactly.
Yeah, so it's I think
Where-
Anchor
off-
Church.
Off Hart, is it
It's off
close to,
Kicker Road. It's off Kicker.
is it off
I'll try and
Kicker?
get back
It's
to
off
the.
Kicker, and the reason why my parents live in Cross Creek.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm very familiar with this area.
it's, is that part of the old Bobo property? I don't know.
I mean, those look like the shotgun houses we've been trying to get rid of.
Yeah, it's again definitely a unique style of development for sure with the cottage style component, but
So
So
Clay
when-
Smith will be here tonight.
He'll be here
He will.
tonight.
Yes, sir.
He said, told me he'd be here tonight, but I didn't know it was anything in my district. I
we-
misunderstood.
we don't have like a
Yeah.
definition for cottage style. That's just something that they're kind of using, but we don't have a minimum like a minimum building or minimum size for a residential home or amount of bedrooms as a minimum. We just have maximums.
I don't mean to belabor this. What's the parking? Is it just 1-to-1?
So the parking they are showing more than just 1-to-1. So they have 2 for each townhome unit. The townhome units have garages, and then they also have some. I'll go back to the images. Then they've got so the townhome units have garages and then 2 spaces that would accommodate additional vehicles. And then you've got parking kind of accessed off of that main road for the cottage style ones.
Is this before you go over the bridge?
It is, yes, sir. believe it's before. Because it's just past Kicker Road.
Is it past Carriage Lane, Carriage Lane subdivision?
It'd be on the other side, I think,
Other side.
as you're beginning to
I'll
go
go back to.
up the hill,
Yeah,
which I guess would be north.
I'm still not exactly sure where it is. I mean, and I grew up over there, but,
So you've got Kicker Road right here.
okay.
So as you're going down Veterans, you're passing Target and Home Depot. Keep going, you can turn down Kicker Road and then turn left on 17th Street. That's kind of the area that.
Okay.
Right across from
Okay.
ACA.
Anchor Church, maybe is a
Right
church
there, I
right
grew
there.
up right
Yeah.
there.
is that Temple
It
Baptist?
used to be. There's, okay, I know where they're going. Like,
Okay,
the
I
old
do too.
Nevin proproperty
I
there.
do too now, but
The Nevin
if that's where
property.
the
What's
Temple
the square
Baptist
footage
used to be.
on a one bedroom?
Well,
So they specify
It's
in
crossing
their
up from
the other side.
application
The
that
other
the
side of the
bedroom
street is
count,
mine.
the townhomes would be 800 to 1,000 square feet, and then the cottage style homes would range from 600 to 1,000.
It's not Manhattan.
I have had a neighbor say something to me about it. I did not realize,
Okay.
again, I did not realize this was what was going on.
Did this pass planning
I'm just
commission?
trying to.
It did, yes. It was recommended for approval. Yes, sir.
Was it unanimous?
It was, I believe so.
I don't think there was any opposition there.
There was no opposition. Yeah.
Really?
Is this in your district? This is in your
I'm on
It's
the other
mine.
side.
It's
This is your
mine.
district?
Yeah, John.
Yes.
You haven't had any
Mr.
opposition?
Fails district.
Well, one
Well, I think
guy,
I'm gonna oppose it.
Yeah.
and again, hey, Mr. Smith was in my office earlier, but we didn't talk about this.
That's
I wouldn't
weird.
support that kind of development either. I mean, that's slums of the future. I mean, you might as well just go ahead and call it a slum now. I mean, that's for 600 to 1,000 square feet. If you were building this maybe in Mr. Busby's district in the heart of the students, I could go, no, I'm serious.
Thank you.
Well, I wouldn't mind it if they were
But you
selling.
know what I mean, you'd go, okay, it's for students, but you're talking about, this is working class. areas
Students
of
live
city.
large, going fancy,
Yeah.
But-
students in the
But
house.
Mayor, if they were selling them instead of renting them, I might feel a little different, but rental houses,
Yeah.
I don't.
And you see one bedroom, think of the problem we have with people on leases right now, where you have one person on a lease, but somebody else is.
Yeah.
All six of their cousins live there.
Those are not homes, I mean, anyway. I normally don't get involved in this one. and
I don't see how-
Maybe my parents living next to it, I have even a more personal
Well, I'm with you.
feeling.
Yeah,
I just don't understand it.
I don't either. If it were like the first thing we saw,
Yeah,
I'd go, okay, that's gonna look great.
right.
Okay.
I don't see how it passed unanimous. Do you remember anything about it,
Off
Ray?
night, right?
It just wasn't the opposition?
Nobody knew what was going on.
We talked
I'm
about.
not putting you on the spot, but I mean, that nobody showed up to oppose.
There's enough problems in that area over there now.
You got drainage issues too, and the creeks, I know, because I hear it every time I go for dinner.
Actually, you got
So,
Okay. It's right behind where I grew up.
So what if they did townhomes on both sides?
I think the first presentation, I understand, and, you know, people, they have to develop it, but that, I don't know how you, I mean, even in, you know, I was kidding with Mr. Busby there, but even in the university zone where you have high density of students, you're just setting yourself up for problems, big problems.
Yeah.
And the moment then he sells that to some rental company out of Chicago, Illinois,
That's the problem.
now we're back to Creekwood and Forester Gardens.
And lofts.
And that parade got rained on.
I'll try to catch you before the meeting tonight.
That's weird that he met with you and didn't mention
Well, he
it.
mentioned something about some cottage homes, but I didn't.
He's probably thinking it's good, cause it.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Cottage, the new
opposition.
buzzword.
It is.
Yes.
Cottages and buzzwords.
Buzzword, oh, it's a cottage, it's not a slum, it's a cottage, oh. Oh, okay.
It feels homey, doesn't it?
Yeah. I shouldn't say that. I mean, I
Well, those new ones, this is not like the one that Clay's doing over by the Elements. Those, he calls those cottages, but that's not like this.
Yeah. And that's something that looks great.
I know,
I mean,
Yeah.
what he's done is fantastic.
it really is, yeah,
That's
but not, this is not, that's not this.
not, no, it's
Rock
not.
Quarter has one on, near Walmart, just one in the middle of something, and it looked good. But it was more like something, if you lived here, you'd buy this for your mother-in-law or something.
Yeah.
I think you'll have a lot of questions
Yeah,
for
well,
Mr. Smith.
I think those are good questions to ask for sure.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hijack.
Blame, right?
Why not?
Okay. Oh, alrighty, Mayor Maddox?
Yes, sir. And I'm sorry I came in a little bit late to this meeting, and I appreciate the kind words, and certainly I know for several of us at this table, it's very gratifying to have the election behind us. Mr. Wilson, we know you have, how many more weeks, Mr. Grove?
6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Three more weeks. Certainly very honored to, to be reelected. It's not something you ever take for granted.
Never.
But I do want to thank Brandy and Haley, Ms. Johnson and Ms. Abbott.
Yeah.
They had a very difficult day between weather issues, electrical power issues, poll watcher, they had a very eventful day. Conducting a free and fair election, even at a micro level, is not easy. And so I wanted to thank you and Ms.
Yeah,
Adams for a job really well done. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
We have one item for executive session, and that's all I have.
Okay, alrighty. All right, Mr. Bobbitt.
Sir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
On your agenda, I'm going to pick up on paragraph 8, resolutions and ordinances not of a general nature of permanent operation. Starting off on page 27, you'll be authorizing purchase of equipment, supplies, or services for AMP repairs and maintenance. That comes to you from purchasing. Page 28, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Proclean Inc. for a total of $5,000. That comes from projects on the 25th of February, last time we met. Page 29 and 30, you'll be authorizing TPD to accept donations from Innisfree and Rounders. That's came in finance on the 25th. Page 31, authorizing amendment number 1 to the contract with Flock Group Inc. not to
Price of
exceed.
dogs go down?
Additions $12,500. That came to you at projects on the 25th. Page 32, you'll be authorizing the chief financial officer to draw a draft for the Armory Drainage Flood Mitigation Buyout Protection Property Acquisitions for an amount of $10,000. That was on projects the 25th. Page 33, you'll be authorizing chief financial officer to draw drafts for the Kicker Road sidewalk project right-of-way acquisitions. That's a total of $1,875 for 2 tracks. On page 34, you'll be temporarily expanding the downtown entertainment district hours for Saturday, April the 5th, 2025. That was heard at Public Safety on the 25th. Now moving on to paragraph 9, ordinances and resolutions of a general nature of permanent operation. You'll be introducing zoning amendment number 3, rezoning approximately 0.5 acres located at 6700 31st Street from SR. I'm still learning. SFR2 to SFR4 on page 35 and 36. That came to planning from the planning on the 17th. Page 37 and 40, you'll be introducing zoning amendment number 4, rezoning approximately 57 acres located at 580 Old Colony Road from SFR1 to GPD. That was likewise came from planning on the 17th. Page 41, you'll be introducing zoning amendment number 5, rezoning approximately 0.3 acres located at 2501 12th Avenue East from SFR2 to NC. That likewise came from planning. Page 42 to 56, you'll be granting a non-exclusive franchise agreement to Fiber Utility Network, Inc., DBA Alabama Fiber Network, to operate and maintain a telecommunications system within the corporate limits of the city of Tuscaloosa. That was in public safety on the 25th. Page 57, you'll be authorizing amendment number 7 to the fiscal year 2025 general fund budget. You heard that at finance on the 25th. For adoption, you'll be setting April the 15th, 2025 as the date for a public hearing to consider zoning amendment number 3. That's on page 58, 59. That comes from planning. Page 60 and 61, you'll be setting April 8th, 2025 as the date for a public hearing to consider zoning amendment number 4. That likewise came from planning. You'll be setting April 8th, 2025 as the date for a public hearing to consider zoning amendment number 5. It's on page 62 and 63, and that likewise came from planning on the 17th. That is all that I have now. I don't know of any substitutions or suspended rules, and if you have any questions for me, I'll be glad to answer them.
Questions for Tom? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We have projects, finance, public safety, then council, of course, at 6. Historic Preservation Commission meets tomorrow, and then Monday, Planning and Zoning Commission at 5 o'clock. Any,
Mr. Tyner, were we gonna deal with facelift today, or were we?
yes, sir, projects.
Oh, it's on the, I'm sorry.
And, yes, sir. And, anybody have any comments, any department comments, anybody in the room? Okay, is there a motion that we go into executive session?
So moved.
Mr. Bobbitt?
Yes, sir. Executive session is being requested to discuss preliminary negotiations involving matters of trade or commerce in which the governmental body is in competition with private individuals or entities or other governmental bodies in Alabama or in other states or foreign nations, or to discuss matters or information of the character defined or described in the Alabama Trade Secrets Act.
Okay, we have a motion